I strolled around today in Edmonton's downtown core, Railtown Park, where people walk by and enjoy life. However, there are many issues that underlie. Jason is a homeless man who has suffered from substance abuse and has been incarcerated for 14 years. This is his story.
My name is Jason. I'm 42 years old now, living on the streets, alcoholic. It all started when I was a teenager living in Vancouver, Mission, BC, my earliest memory. And it all started with the alcohol, getting in trouble with the law. I was kicked out of my parents' house over and over again. And it just kind of became a lifestyle at that time. I thought I was cool and whatnot with all the other street people. But I ended up meeting at one point a lady, got off the street, got an apartment building. It's actually a very beautiful apartment building in Maple Ridge. And I went to one of those ready labor places to get a job day to day. Came home one day, found her beaten, whatnot, raped, and I took the law in my own hand. Ended up going to jail, did a 14-year sentence for manslaughter. That really changed my life in a lot of ways, but not for the better. And when I got out, I was disowned by the entire family because I shouldn't have done what I did. Even she committed suicide, saying that I was in the wrong because she could heal from what happened, but he couldn't. I ended up out here in Edmonton about 10 years ago because a lot of people I knew were disappearing. I was told they were coming out here to go work in the oil rigs. I have to figure, well, why not? So I came out here. The Bissell Center got me all my safety tickets, gave me a chance, gave me all my safety tickets, and I ended up going there for a catering company to work as a cook. 5 years straight. 2015 came around and the recession hit and I got laid off. Couldn't get a job anywhere else. And I ended up back on the streets, and that's pretty much around the time I became a drug user. Because it was cold, it was winter, and I needed to warm up. But that just kind of blew everything out the window. But all the chances people were giving me, I kept blowing it because of my alcohol use. And when I tried to get my safety tickets back, I wasn't offered any help. Now it's just basically I had to do everything on my own. But now it's just walk around here and drink without getting caught. I met another lady who was homeless too in Prince George, BC, and we had a kid together. I gave up everything. Got a home. She ended up giving birth to him, and welfare came in and said, no, you can't have him. I took them to court. Plain and simple, that's my kid. You can't tell me that I can't raise my own kid. I want custody of my kid. When the judge said I won, prosecutor stepped up and said, before you make that your final decision, we have one question to ask. She turned around and said, if you went to work one day and came home and you found your child or the person that you're in love with being hurt, what are you going to do? Without even a thought in my head, I said I'd kill him. The judge turned around and said, she took my kid away.
Jason's life is all too similar to what the homeless population in Edmonton faces every day. He is more than a statistic to ignore. He ended his conversation with me saying, "You are the first person that acknowledged me in years. And as a human, it saddened me. Too often we take the small things for granted, such as food, shelter, and love." Even though Jason did not have access to that, he reminded me how important it is to love and appreciate what you have.